What is wrong with this hair? It just won't lay down. I'm having a bad hair day. Well, it is what it is. Anyway, good morning, VC. It is a bright and early morning, and I just got up and basically got a notification that a package was delivered at my front door. So, it's the monthly Metalhead Box. Yes, it is. So, it was supposed to be here last week. I mean, you know, we expect these deliverance issues, but I will say, I saw yesterday, the other day, Jeff Witcher went off on a rant about how a package came. He bought a package from a guy in his town on eBay. The guy took the package to the post office in Jeff's town, and they sent it to Pennsylvania, 2 states away, and, you know, I'm assuming it's going to come back. But I'm assuming he probably got it by now, hopefully. I've had situations like that, too. I had a package that was stuck between one place. It went from one place back to this place, which was not the right way. Back to this place, back to this place, back to this place, back to this place, up to this place, Pennsylvania, back to this place, back to my place. So, yeah, there's been some goofs in there. But I would have to say, overall, this year is a lot better than last year. Last year, I had packages in limbo and lost for 3 weeks or more, just out there. Last year's Metalhead Box, around the same time, same thing. It took about a month to get here. Now this one should have been here last week, and it got stuck for a little while, so I'm not going to complain much about a week. And as I said in my other video, I had that package. It came from Germany, and it took like 8 days, 9 days to get here. I couldn't believe that. This comes from Canada. It always seems to get stuck somewhere around Kentucky. It hangs out for a while, then it gets over here. So, Metalhead Box. This is the November Metalhead Box, just in time for Christmas. And that's how they work. If you don't know what these are, if you haven't seen one of my videos on these before, I've been doing these for a little over a year. And it's a monthly Metalhead subscription box. You get to choose the genre. And I chose power metal, traditional metal. They do lean heavily more towards extreme, modern, extreme, death, black type metal. So the extras that they throw in here, the cards and the other things that they throw in tend to be of that nature, which is not a big deal. You know, I learned about bands I didn't know about before. But anyway, so I got the 2 vinyl record a month edition, no t-shirt. And I'm going to go into it like usual. This one feels heavier than usual, so I'm really curious. This feels heavier. Anyway, we'll see what's in here. I'm going to do like in the past. I'll open it, take a look at one, get a little bit of details on the band, and then move on to the next one. So let's move into it. Oh, it's funny. So this package says here, you know, do not drop. It's got a sticker on there, do not drop. I mailed a record over to somebody else in the VC yesterday that was in this box. I just wondered if the postman, you know, noticed. He picks up a box yesterday looking like this, and he drops off a box today looking like this. So, all right, first up, oh, this is nice. First up, we've got one of the enamel pins, and if I can get this up to where you can see it. This is the Metallica old, I don't want to say logo, but metal up your butt. It's got a knife coming out of a toilet. Now that's nice. So there's Metallica, not so extreme metal, and I recognize that. There's that was like one of their little t-shirt like logos back in the day. All right, on the top here we've got a book, a magazine, Decibel magazine. Can you see that? Decibel magazine. Oh, I see like a flexi disc in here. Converge and Chelsea Wolf. Let's check this out. First, we got us a flexi disc that is Decibel Flexi Series, Holy Mountain Printing. Portrayal of Guilt. Not familiar with that band, so but you can tell from the logo they're probably pretty rough. Anyway, I've seen flexi discs, but I haven't had one in my possession for decades. Decibel magazine, I'm not familiar. It seems like I've heard the name, but it's got subscription cards and stuff inside. Anyway, it's a metal magazine. You know, I occasionally used to pick up metal magazines. I was at Barnes & Noble last night, and I always flip through the magazines, and I haven't bought any in a while. I used to buy occasional prog magazine, Metal Hammer, things like that, but man, Magazines are 15 bucks for just a magazine. Doesn't come with a CD or anything like they used to. And I'm like, you know, 2 magazines gets me an album, so I didn't buy the magazine. All right, let's get into this. First one on top is a record here. It's on Shadow Kingdom. I buy a lot of stuff from them. Oh, Savage Master. Okay, wow. Okay, oldie but goodie. This one, when this band came out, everybody in the VC that I was following was talking about this and talking about this band, and I had them on my wish list for a while and never did pick up anything by them. And you know, so yeah, female fronted. I know it looks really dark in imagery here, and some of their lyrics tended to be that way, but it's kind of a traditional, from what I recall, traditional metal, you know, as far as, you know, vocal and musical styling. Let me get a little more. Let's look at some details on them real quick, just to be sure. Okay, Savage Master is an American traditional heavy metal band from Louisville, Kentucky. Interesting. In my previous video, I talked about I was showing my Moonshine Zombie, and they're from that general area too, from the Kentucky, Louisville, roughly that area. Anyway, yes, this is their 2019 release, so it has been a couple years. I've seen this shown and discussed, and was interested to check it out. Uh-oh, I can tell it's a beautiful. Let's take a look at the actual wax here. Look at this. Oh, wow. It's split and splatter. Split and splatter, baby. Yeah, so traditional metal, female vocalist, fun stuff. Yeah, it's got the whole funny imagery of the S&M stuff and the master and slave and the guys in the band where I watch videos and I'm like, hey, they're wearing masks. But Shadow Kingdom does a great job on these reissues. Such high gloss. Yes, so again, I remember, you know, having these on my wish list, and I eventually took them off just because I have too many things on my wish list, and so it's nice to actually get one. Thank you very much. That's a big score. Here's a Canadian Metal Shop, the Black Beast Canada card for another service. Check out what they got going on here. All right, second record up. Things are sticking. Iron Dogs. Iron Dogs. I have never heard of that band before, as usual, but that is, this looks like something flat out of the 80s. Girl's got blood all over her. There's the dogs. You know, there's some iron dogs there. All right. Let's take a look at who and what they are about. All right, Iron Dogs is a metal, punk, speed metal band from Ottawa, Canada. So, Metalhead Box comes from Canada. They occasionally throw in Canadian bands that I am totally unfamiliar with, and here's one. This is their second album from 2013, and they have an album from 2012 that I won't say the name of. Obviously, they're a little on the risque side. Yeah, 2013. 2012. That's the only 2 releases they've got. So yeah, I can dig into some speed metal, and I'm not opposed to having a little punk influence. So we are going to check that out, and let's see. It's just black there. All right, black. That's so rare. Who makes black records anymore? Shocking. Oh look. Oh, there's a poster in here too. Iron Dogs poster, basically the cover there. She has no clothes on, but she's got blood all over her, covering all of her privates. All right. It's a gatefold, single record gatefold. Got all kinds of lyrics and fun stuff in there. And the band. All right, that looks like that'll be fun. I am excited to check that out. New band. And then what else we got in here? We got some of the standard cards. These are just like advertisements. Wise Blood Records. Got a couple extreme metal looking bands on there. Happy Holidays from the Metalhead Box. And they've got a giveaway. Give the gift of metal. Oh, give the gift of metal. They've got some of their shirts and stuff you can pick up. You know, I don't know. I didn't get any. I'd never get the shirts, but that's a cool Metalhead Box one right there in the middle with Eddie on it and stuff. I have a. They sent one of those tote bags that has a similar thing on it. All right. a second card from the Canadian metal thing. So now I got 2 of those. Left for Dead horror subscription. Anyway, they've got some other advertisements and cards. And then we've got an Exodus card, Gary Holt, signed autograph card. Like I said, they do these almost monthly. They have an autograph card in here by some band, and this one is Gary Holt of Exodus, who have a new album that just came out that I have not had a chance to check out yet. All right, I'm going to listen to these real quick. I will be right back with a general idea. Okay, gave them a quick spin to check them out. Now, the Savage Master, I already knew about. I have listened to their stuff online, and yeah, as you know, nothing new there. They are really a traditional metal band. Her vocal style is a little rough as far as you know. She doesn't have a today's metal or today's symphonic metal with the female singers tends to be very operatic. They've got, you know, except for some of the bands that are like really extreme, but it's, you know, how a lot of the female vocalists counteract with the male vocalists, and it's like beauty and, you know, and roughness. Well, this is like a metal singing. This is a metal singer. She's a kind of Leather Leone of Chastain, gritty metal. So yeah, it's not your female soaring vocals type stuff. It's a solid metal. And then musically, you know, they're just a typical traditional metal band. So this one, I already had no question about that. So this was the one that I was totally unfamiliar with, Iron Dog. So yes, the guitar tone, the guitar riffage has a speed metal aspect to it. It's got a tight, compressed guitar sound at most of the time. Vocals are kind of barked out over them. The vocalist is not, you know, he's not singing necessarily in tune, or, you know, he's just belting it out. Not screaming, not like hardcore punk, but just kind of singing it out, and it's kind of all over the place as far as some of the, you know, the notes and the tone. But it works well. It's it gives it that kind of punkish feel. Musically underneath it, it's like I say, it does kind of feel like a little speed at times, but for the most part, it's almost kind of like you know, a metal band that has, you know, a punkish sounding singer. So I think this will be fine. You know, I like some punk. I'm just not a big fan of the screaming, screamy, punkish type hardcore as much, and this is not that. So yeah, it might be worth checking out their second album. They haven't done anything, it looks like, in years, but they've only got 2 albums, and that's the bad thing about me discovering new bands is if I like them and I end up wanting to go get their whole discography, and it's nice when they only have 2 albums. Savage Master had 3 albums, maybe an EP or so. But anyway, that's it. That's a good one. It's some good stuff again from Metalhead Box, and I will just leave it at that. I'm going to go spin these a little bit longer and have some fun today. Happy holidays, everybody. We'll talk to y'all later. Thanks a lot for watching. Rock on and rock hard.